So Nintendo is using Skylander type toys in their new Wii U Pokemon game? They're ripping off Skylanders? Oh boy. But before we get to this video, let's get to the question of the day. Alright, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find out the answer to the question of the day. Alright, so let's talk about this new Pokemon game for the Wii U called Pokemon Rumble U. That's gonna have Skylanders-like toys. It's supposed to come out in Japan. And, of course, you know, this is bound to be released in North America and Europe and everywhere else. Guaranteed. I mean, why would they just keep it in Japan? That doesn't make any sense. But, you know, what's funny is that now Nintendo is ripping off the Skylanders stuff. Which is actually, I mean, Skylanders is really, really successful. Alright, and, they've generated like $500 million and has sold over 100 million Skylanders toys. So that is a very successful thing that they got going. And Nintendo wants to cash in on that same gimmick. Basically, they want to apply it, but this time with Pokemon. Wow, that is very interesting. And it says right here, Japan's CoroCoro magazine reports that Pokemon Rumble U will launch in Japan in April alongside 6 standard figurines and 1 special character. Of course, they're going to have that stinking Pikachu. Of course. I wonder what the other characters are. Well, actually, it says right here. The feature is accompanied by artwork of Oshawott, Snivy, Tepig, and Victini. Alright, so I guess those might be the other characters as well. And Pokemon Rumble 3 is the first Wii U game to make use of the console's inbuilt NFC, which is near-field communication technology. Info such as battle data can be stored directly onto the figurines themselves. It really is, wow, it is such a frickin' Skylanders knockoff. I mean, they are just trying to cash in, trying to make money off of it. You know, Nintendo saw, you know, with the Skylanders, they saw dollar signs, man. They saw dollar signs. They want a piece of the pie that is currently being dominated by the Skylanders franchise. I mean, yeah. And they're not the only one. Disney's trying to do it too, with Disney Infinity, which is supposed to be some sort of, I don't know, open world type of Disney game with all these different Disney characters. That's gonna, I guess, they're gonna have figurines as well. What's the next Skylanders game? Skylanders Swap Force is due for release later this year. I see. The only thing is, Skylanders was successful, and I'm sure that this one is probably gonna do pretty well too. I just don't know how long this is gonna last. When this whole Skylanders thing came about, I thought to myself, okay, you know, it's a gimmick, and it's probably gonna sell, but it's not gonna have a long-term appeal, you know what I mean? It's not gonna last very long. It's gonna be just a kind of that gimmick of the month kind of thing, or gimmick of the year kind of thing, where people spend money on these little figurine things, and that's about it. They see the gimmick, they play it for a little bit, and they realize how much they have to spend on the figurines, because it says right here, in Japan, the eShop game will be released on April 24 at $18. The figures will set players back $2.10. $2.10, and you know that's gonna be, that's just like, that's the Japanese price, 200 yen. You don't know like what kind of different markups and what kind of other additional prices they'll have overseas, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably going to be like $2.50 or $3 or something. I mean, who knows how much they start bumping up these prices for these little figurines. Yeah, I mean, it's... The only thing is, I don't know, I mean, it's such a little gimmicky thing. It's very collectible-oriented for young kids to buy these things, and it's just to try to generate money, man. I mean, the whole thing is... you know, these little pieces of plastic, these little figurine things, these little Pokemon figurines that you know, they're gonna appeal to the young freaking Pokemon fans. They're gonna want to buy it because they're toys. But it's a gimmick. One interesting thing is that it's a downloadable follow-up to previous Rumble games on the DS and 3DS. So it's gonna be download only? That's a little bit strange. You would think that Pokemon Rumble U is like retail as well, instead of downloadable. Like, it's weird to not have an actual, you know, hard media copy of a Pokemon title, considering how popular the series is. Oh my goodness, and look at these other characters on there. I see like Charmander, Squirtle. It's usually, the artwork that I'm seeing right now is like the small, like, baby version, little baby Pokemon with big heads. Although, yeah, you know, Charmander, Chikorita, and all these other guys, Bulbasaur. I wonder, like, how they're gonna do it with the bigger characters, the fat ones. Because everybody's gonna be the same exact size, so... Like, the thing with me, personally, like, I'd never buy these Pokemon things, but if I were to collect them, I'd want more realistic looking ones, and up to scale. So basically, if I'm gonna get an Onix figurine, I'd want it to be much, much bigger than everything else, you know what I mean? Or, you know, if I wanted the baby Pokemon, like, I don't know, can't even think of one, let's say Nidoran. You know, the smaller ones. Nidoran would be, like, tiny compared to something like Snorlax. You know, so just up to scale, instead of all the figures looking exactly like the same exact size, the same dimensions. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it takes away from the imagination aspect of it, like, ugh. So, Pokemon Rumble U, I wonder, I don't know, what kind of game is Pokemon Rumble anyway? Is that like an action game? Is that a fighting game? Is that a brawling type game? Like, what is that? Is that an RPG? I'm so disconnected from Pokemon all these years that I don't even, like, I don't know what's going on with these, like, other subtitled games and these offshoots and these, you know, what do you call it? You know, these non-canon games, these you know, storyline-driven games. Alright, so this was the answer to the question of the day.